All right, y'all, we back with another one. I'm feeling real red meatish. So somebody told me that they had Wagyu available at Mariano's. So I take my little trip to the Mariano's looking for the Wagyu because, of course, I thought it was a Japanese A5, you feel me, the big boy. But it's an Australian strip steak. Beautiful marbling, though. Beautiful. That means that thing is going to be packed full of flavor. It's going to be tender and it's going to be juicy. So I got to show y'all how to cook that the right way because you can't be messing up no Wagyu. So let's get it. Okay, first thing you want to do is get your cast iron down and let that thing get real hot so you can see the smoke coming off. Because in the meantime, you're going to be putting your steak together anyway. Beautiful steak only needs some salt and some pepper. Listen, and you can kind of go crazy with the salt just a little bit because about 30% of it is going to be lost anyway during the cooking process. So, you know, flavor it as you may, just don't go crazy. Okay, so that steam is letting me know that this is ready. But the one thing you want to do is then go down with a high smoke point oil, which I'm using olive oil spray. As you can see, this is avocado oil, pardon me. So let's get that around in there. More smoke, more fire. All right, in with your steak. Press it down just slightly so that all sides of that steak is laying flat to that pan. Because you want a nice sear. The sear is what brings the flavor, that little crust. Also, I meant to mention that you leave that out for like 30 minutes, your steak. Let it temper. That means just let the room temperature hit it. So we're just going to let that cook for about 2 to 3 minutes, and then we're going to flip it on the other side and do that for about 2 to 3 minutes. It's been about a good 2 minutes. So one of the things that you want to do before you even flip it over is make sure you get that fat. Get that fat. Sear that fat. Render that fat down. Sear it in those oils and the fat that's coming off of this steak, and get that nice and seared. That's going to be all so good. Trust me. All right, you're going to flip your steak over. Now, like I mentioned, if it ain't flat on the surface, you ain't going to get that full body crust that you're looking for. And unfortunately, we didn't attain it this time. So you want to go in with you some rosemary, some thyme, some shallots, some garlic, a whole lot of garlic. I love garlic, and some butter. And then you're going to baste that steak. Also, make sure you cut that fire down. All right, so you're going to take that steak out. You're going to let it rest. You're going to sit those herbs on top of it, that garlic on top of it, and you're going to scoop some of that juice out. Make sure you get some of that butter fat juice because that's what the flavor. You're going to let this sit for about 5 minutes. All right, so we've moved that steak that's been sitting for about 5 minutes over to our long chopping board because the other chopping board is being occupied. So let's cut into this thing and see where we at in terms of cook. Perfect medium well, or medium rare, I should say. And I love it like that. I don't know how y'all like it. So, and I do want to address a couple things. Yes, it was very smoky in the crib. And yes, I would like some steak to go with my garlic. So let's check it out. Oh, before I forget, you definitely want to grab you some flaky salt. Get that in there. Nice and tender. Love it with the garlic. Try it out sometime.